Yeah, hello everybody out there. Hope it's all going good. It's Thursday around 12:30, April 27th, 8th. I'm not sure, somewhere in there, guys. Anyway, planting beans today. Planted beans yesterday. Hired man got give or take 60 acres, 65 acres done, give or take Tuesday night. I finished the 30 of the farm, which is all tied together, and then the 81 that's all tied together with the 96. Finished it. Done a 32 yesterday and was basically just crossing a small grass waterway south of my grandma's old house. And noticed my vacuum, the vac motor, was blowing oil at the top of it. So shut her down and blew a vac seal. Somehow the case drain popped out. I don't know how long it's been popped out for, but it's been in a drive check. But it blew it. Either way, it blew it. It's nothing you can do about it. It blew it. So I was done. Basically, 4 o'clock yesterday, 3 o'clock yesterday, I was done. Dealer come up and fixed. They had one, got it fixed, and on the and I remember that from we did a CMI. Man, 10 years ago, or well, my hired man was here, so 15 or 16 probably, and we blew that same one. Case drain, basically the vac was going, and all of a sudden the case drain just come flying out of there. So did it before, but they want you to wait after you seal it back up because it's silicone sealed. So I kind of thought I might try and plant there late yesterday. I was coming back with a ditcher, and he went by about 6 o'clock, and I kind of knew then. I'm like, yeah, 70 degrees, it would dry decent. We didn't have 70. We didn't even have basically barely 60. So I pretty well knew that was going to be out on planting. So I was up at 5 and planting by 5:30. Finished my 7-acre field. I was going to go finished it, and moved on to a 38. Uncle brought me beans out there. And I finished it, and there's a 9 acres right across the waterway from it, tied to it. Finished it. Now I'm up here planting 86 acres. There's 38.7 acres left. I'm planting 3320 croplands. And if you don't know, a lot of these croplands are a blend bean. So there's 2 varieties in there. I was not really keen on that really, but I think it's kind of a good thing. You may get a blend of a good bean and I won't say a bad bean, but I mean you may get an offensive and a defensive bean. I think that's very, very good. Now this year, I think it was in our 3/6s that you could tell that one bean in there was not quite ripe, and that's the only year we've ever noticed it. But we've been doing it, and I kind of like it. All of our beans are blended. I'm not sure on the 37 if that variety is a blend bean or not. I've not seen the seed tag to say yes or no. I did have the seed tag in here, but I don't have it anymore. I think I burned it yesterday with my pile of trash I had. I was going to set fire to. So that's where we're at. So blew the vac seal. They got it back going, and was just doing. Oh, there's several point rows here. That's basically. It goes way back in the trees and all that, and I'm basically going to the grain bins. And if you can see, I'm basically going to the grain bins, but you see the Bueller sitting there. That field is next. We are going to quit after that one. It's going to be, they're saying rain around 5, so we're just going to quit. There is 71 acres that's laid down. It'll be another 25 when Uncle is ditching some right now to get some of that caught up. So that'll be out of the way, and he can ditch this and all that. But he's going to go over there and lay 25 down. So I'll have 100 acres I can stale seedbed into. And they got to work a 26, a 23, and an 11. That's all right. It's all right together. No folding up. Just cross a lane. You're right there. And we got a 35 to do, and then we are done planting beans. Yesterday cost me 60 acres because I had intended to be, I had hoped to have this field half done yesterday. yeah, didn't happen, or at least had 20 acres of it done. So that was kind of my hope. Had that done, it didn't happen. No big deal. It is what it is. It's part of life, part of farming. Usually things never go our way, and as I was doing my little point rows, I don't use my markers, so I just on the end rows, and I blew marker rows. So I had to go put the pin in there to lock the marker rows from going out. Every time it would come back in, it'd blow oil everywhere. So I got that thing locked down where it can't keep blowing oil everywhere now, so it can't go out. So we'll have to fix that this evening, or whenever I quit, I have to try and get some help to figure out where that leak's coming from, because I'm not quite positively sure where it is coming from. Because yeah, in the cab, when it's going down, is when it's blowing oil everywhere. So, and when you're in the cab, you can't really see anything. So there's one of 3 hoses, and yeah, it's making a mess. Making a big mess. I gotta go back and get next to my diversions. I could not with the GPS line. It was off a little bit, and I want to throw some more beans in there so that way they're a little weed suppression per se, I guess I'll say. But pending the rain, we could be done tomorrow. No questions asked if no rain. No questions asked. Basically, because yeah, I just have 190 acres left. Yeah, and I can do that very easily. Not saying we will plant tomorrow though. Anyway, I mean, just don't know. I mean, I think they are saying after. I think they're saying like after like 9 o'clock the rain's done, and that's pretty well it. So if it didn't rain hardly, yeah, we could basically be back planting after lunch, or even a couple of tents. I'd say would not slow us down planting. I'm pretty sure, because as dry as we kind of are and all that, wouldn't hurt a bit probably. But I could at least plant 100 acres tomorrow, no questions asked, and then have a very, very, very easy day Saturday. Time will tell. But after this rain, I think what I'm showing, we've got 10 days with no rain. Good, bad, I don't know. I'm not keen on that. When you got corn chemical and bean chemical, you're laying down and you got no rain to really get them activated. I'm not too giddy on that right now. That's kind of my concern right now. You're laying down chemical and you've got no rain to really activate this stuff. It's like not very good to me, at least in my opinion it ain't, because we had some issues last year that it just didn't work. I mean, it laid there too long, and that was in June, or late May and June, and we're in April, and it's basically kind of, you got that concern. Which I did notice my potatoes were the same way, where I put the preen on them. I got grass coming through them now. Which basically the granules are still there. They've never melted. Never had enough rain to melt them down. And my sweet corn I sprayed with Degree Extra in my garden. I seen there was grass coming through it. So yeah, it all takes some water to get activated. But beside the point. But we're going, barring no issues. We got a few more beans in the wagon, these 3320s. Got 36 acres, got 36 and a 25 left, so I don't think we got enough beans to do it all. We can run to town real quick and get some bags and just make sure we get this variety all done. Any bags we get would be untreated, but we just want to make sure that's the same variety here. So, but where I'm at now, I got all the point rows done, so it's the long rows right now left. So should knock this out pretty quickly. Hoping by 1:30 to have this knocked out. I mean, I think I will have to put it in beans, because yeah, I filled up before I got here. So I'm trying to run the planter out, because we dumped some. I had about probably 4 or 5 bags total of the planter of 3-1s. We just dumped the 3-3s on top of them. Just didn't want to mess with it. Just kind of like, yep, we'll just get rid of it. Close enough, they're not going to be no big deal. So I kind of want to run the planter out this time and just kind of get them all flushed out. And I got my leaf blower back here. I want to flush all the graphite crap out of there as well, because there's a lot in there, and it just, well, I want to blow it around. It's kind of holding up the beans. That one tank's really bad, so blow all it out. But that's the plan. They're basically done working ground after that. 7125, and hopefully gets done ditching. So that's the game plan. We'll see what the rain does this evening or tonight, tomorrow morning, early, and kind of go from there. But Friday, Saturday be done. I would say regardless, we'd be done Saturday. I mean, they're not saying a couple tenths of rain and a couple tenths of rain. I would say if the couple tenths of rain and a couple tenths of rain, I'd say I'd be able to plant within an hour or two of it basically kind of quit. Just we're just not all that wet, and they say it's going down like flour over there. He is working down the milo stalks, laying them down to plant. I was taking a pass on them, so I guess that's all I got for right now for this video. Kind of short and sweet for you, but not much going on. But I guess I'll end this one here, and I'll let you all go. Hope you enjoy.